matter the weather, Alexandria Emergency Hospital is always here for you. Rain or shine, our doors are open 24/7 to provide the care you and your loved ones need fast. Every second counts, and Alexandria Emergency Hospital is here to help you through any storm.
In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm still laughing about last night's Instagram post that went over to Facebook. Me cooking my asparagus, which went with a really nice tuna steak, by the way. And those aren't that expensive. It was like $6 a pop. So I love cooking. I thought it was funny. I didn't know it carried over to Facebook, and that really cracked me up. So good dinner last night, and it looks like a foggy morning on the lake. I did see a boat out there. I mean, it's not bad fog. You can see probably a couple of miles across that bridge. So it's a little nasty looking. Let's start recording, Nick. There we go. Okay, so it looks that way out there right now. What does it look like here in Alexandria? No real visibility restrictions. We do have the clouds pumping in from the south. Looks like today we get some showers and storms. That front yesterday that kind of hung up across the area, and I really thought was going to activate more than it did. Now, that's kind of washed out. But we did end up last night, I guess it was around 8 o'clock, we had a pretty heavy shower develop right over town, just barely missed me and moved on toward the north. But some of you heard a few rumbles of thunder out of that. I know the scattered showers and storms yesterday were not quite as scattered as many would have liked if they wanted rain, I guess. But for today, I think we get a little more widespread activity there. That's what it looks like on radar now. Rain showers and storms moving through Alabama and Georgia. Couple little elements here. Let's go investigate further just because we can. And yeah, there we go, putting it into motion. Just a couple of blips. Looks like one little heavy shower. This one's going to head up right on through Boyce there, up across the river into Colfax, and that's going to produce about 10 minutes worth of heavy rainfall. So not a lot going on right now, certainly nothing severe. Let's make sure there's no lightning just because we can once again, and no, not seeing any lightning. So nothing going on just there. I'll go back over to the regular show and we'll go into current temps. How's that sound? So right now it's warm. It's in the mid-70s for most of the area, low 70s up north, 69 in Monroe, 72 right here in Alexandria. And you're going to notice something on the wind gust map today. So it's not going to be terribly gusty unless you're near a storm. So let's put it in motion. You can see that front that's washed out, just kind of everything drifting north, those southerly winds drifting to the north. And there you go. You see those red blobs? Those are thunderstorms. So that kind of shows you that any of these thunderstorms could bring some strong gusty winds, as is typical. And that's pretty much our main threat today. And they did add a marginal risk for severe weather into the forecast. So again, I don't think it's going to rain all day, and you can see that right here. It looks like storms mainly as we get into that heat of the day, into the afternoon. That's when things really kind of activate. Could go a little after sunset and all that because this is not a pure summertime setup where it just dies out once the sun goes down. But we do have a marginal risk in place for today. And again, that's mainly going to be for an isolated damaging wind potential, very isolated. But you could hear some thunder, could have some times where you have to come in from outside. So if you had a plan to, I don't know, after school, take the kids out and go frisbee golfing or something, just keep an eye to the sky. Here's what it looks like on HRRR model. This is our high res model. You see yesterday we had this too. It showed a few storms popping. They were a few hours later and they were much weaker. Today I think we get a little bit more coverage on these, and then tomorrow I think we get a lot more. You can see at 10 o'clock they're moving out of the area, and then they're going to kind of dissipate as we get later into the evening, and those showers and thunderstorms refire on Wednesday. And Wednesday looks like a little busier day here as we get a couple of rounds to come in. So rainfall looks pretty likely the next couple of days. It's not going to be a consistent steady rain. It's going to be more like 30 minutes of chaos, and not crazy chaos, just, you know, heavy rain and lightning and thunder. This is a weird outlook here. This shows, I think they're incorporating more of the high res data into it, but going for a 1/4 inch here and an 1.25 in Natchitoches, we're not going to get quite that creative. What this does show you is generally most of us get about a 1/2 inch to 2 inches of rain out of this system over the next couple of days, and then our rain chances are actually going to kind of back off. Here is the 7-day. Through Thursday, we have a decent shot for some showers and storms. Friday, it really starts to go away, and the weekend looks lovely. It looks toasty. National Weather Service, I don't even want to tell you, but on Monday, they had a high forecast of 90. I don't think I've seen that yet this year, but it does look like it is going to get very warm as we lose some of that rainfall. Now, if you've been watching the last several days, we've seen like magenta on this thing, so it's starting to back off a little. I think it's going to be really warm to start the month, and then we cool off just a little bit. But, average highs are in the 80s now, so it's not like we're going to see, we're not going to see a big time cool down here. We're not going to see any more frosts and freezes, that's for sure. And then it does look fairly active there with some showers and storms possible. But again, no real big severe signal coming in, nothing that I'm looking at and circling the date going, hey, you're not going to sleep that day. But it is something I'm watching for the potential. As we get into May, we still have a good chance to see some severe issues here. And a lot of times this is the time of year where we transition from those big, deep, low pressures that move across the area to like a northwesterly flow. You get that big complex of storms up in Oklahoma that just holds together and comes through the area. So we'll be watching for that. We'll be watching everything. You know that. That's what we do around here. And that's all I have for today. So I am going to get out of here pretty soon. Let me stop recording and check the comments. Frisbee golf. Yes. Frisbee? Oh, you've never heard of that? My friends are all addicted to it. It's crazy. I like when I go home, I have to play it, and I love hiking. So I basically will go out into the mountains of Colorado when I was up there last year with my friends, and they want to play like 3 days in a row at 8,500 feet. I'm a sea level guy, so I get up there. I feel like I'm going to die just because, there's no oxygen. We're hiking up and down these mountains, and the problem is when you throw the Frisbee at the metal basket, if you miss it and you're on a mountain, it rolls down the mountain and you have to go get it. So I definitely stopped doing that. You visiting me for a reason? Oh, we have a special birthday? Jacob Cook out at College Station. He's a good friend of my daughter, a good friend of mine, good friend of everyone. And we wish him 21st? I guess this is 21st. You be careful today if it's your 21st. You be a good boy. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Or if we have a warning today, we'll pop on live and let you know what's going on. I'll see you later.